In this video, we're going to be making the small batch of my crusting buttercream icing. The ingredients we're going to use are 1/4 cup of softened butter, that's half a stick, 2 teaspoons of clear vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of clear almond extract. These are kind of flexible amounts. If you like a little bit more of vanilla or less of almond, you can adjust these. Also, you can use other flavorings, like if you wanted a lemon flavored buttercream, you could do some lemon extract. 1 teaspoon of white food coloring, which is optional, but I use it because I feel like it helps the icing be extra white and accept colors better when you're coloring it. But you don't have to use this if you don't want to. I also have 1 pound bag of powdered sugar and 1/8 of a cup of half and half. And I have my stand mixer with a paddle attachment and a spatula for scraping the bowl. We're going to put our butter in first. And we're going to cream the butter. That looks pretty good. Now before I add in the next ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and scrape off the bowl. This helps to make sure that once I add in those next ingredients, everything mixes in. We're going to add in our clear extracts, almond and vanilla, and I'm going to just do a squirt of the white food coloring rather than measuring out an exact teaspoon. Now we're going to mix these together. Okay, now we're going to add in our powdered sugar and half and half. And we're going to mix all of this together. And now I'm going to scrape off the beater as well as the sides and bottom of the bowl, and then mix it some more to make sure everything is getting thoroughly combined. At this point, if you feel like your icing is too thick, you can add more half and half. I might add just a little bit more half and half because it is very thick. I am going to add in some half and half because it's very thick. And now we will mix it up some more. Alright, this is looking really nice. Adding that extra half and half definitely helped to smooth it out a little bit. It has a nice consistency. I'm going to scrape down the beater and the bowl again. Alright, now we have our buttercream icing mixed up to a nice fluffy stiff peaks consistency. And this is a good starting point for then mixing it down into whatever consistency and colors we want for our decorating. So let me show you here how we have, it's nice and stiff. It's sticking to my spatula when I turn it over. It is very, very slowly sliding off the spatula, and I think eventually it is going to fall. Here it goes. But you can see how that leaves a nice stiff peak on it, and that's what we're looking for. We have that nice stiff consistency, and then from here you just add in more half and half to thin it down to whatever consistency you want for your decorating, and you add in your colors to mix it up. But right now we are starting with a beautiful white fluffy buttercream icing. Now, because this is a crusting buttercream, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you keep this covered in some type of airtight sealed container when you're not using it, because otherwise it will dry out and crust over. All right, time to move on to creating our desired colors and consistencies. I'll see you in the next video.